Merry Christmas. I'm looking forward to being back in worship with you this Sunday after having been away from most of church responsibilities for the last 6 weeks. I want to thank you for the time that you have allowed our family to focus on one another and on creating our new home together. This is a time of year that many of us associate with being home. Are you home this week? Where is home for you? Are you in the process of making somewhere new your home? As Amy and I prepared for the birth of the twins over the past 9 months, we made a move to a new house and began the process of making it a home. And it's a process that takes time. We remarked to one another that for the first few months, it felt like we were living in an Airbnb. But now, we're doing life in it. And we've begun the process of making significant memories in it. For example, Luke fell down the steps on Halloween, resulting in his first trip to the emergency room. And now this house is the place where that happened. It is becoming our home. In our scripture for this Sunday, we find Joseph, Mary, and Jesus fleeing Bethlehem and King Herod for the safety of Egypt, and then returning to Israel some years later. They flee to Egypt and then return to Israel to make a new home. And I wonder what that process looked like for this young family. What did it look like for them to begin doing life in a new place? What were the moments where it began to feel like a home? What were the projects that were important for Mary and Joseph to get done? Where did Jesus bump his head, throw a tantrum, or trip and fall? How human is this process of making a home? In reading our scripture for this week, I'm reminded of the humanity of Jesus, and I'm reminded that we worship a God who became Emmanuel, God with us. I want to invite you to join us this Sunday at 10 a.m. in the sanctuary for worship as we remember this together, that God came down and became Emmanuel, God with us. And let's explore together what that means. Until then, be safe, be well. Merry Christmas.